Welcome back to our channel, World Coins History. As you knew that old is gold, but these rare Kennedy half-dollar coins that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Top 1. Today, we're talking about a coin many people overlook, yet collectors watch very closely, the 1992 United States of America Kennedy half-dollar. At first glance, this coin looks simple. The bold portrait of President John F. Kennedy faces forward with confidence, symbolizing hope and strength. But behind this familiar design lies a story that makes coin lovers lean in and listen carefully. The year 1992 was special for Kennedy half-dollars because they were struck at multiple U.S. mint locations, each adding its own personality and rarity to the series. Coins from Philadelphia and Denver were produced mainly for circulation. Millions were made, yet finding one today in truly high condition is far more difficult than it sounds. Many were spent, scratched, or stored carelessly. That's why collectors search for examples with strong strikes, clean surfaces, original mint luster, and sharp details. A well-preserved 1992 Kennedy half-dollar can stand out dramatically compared to worn pieces. Now comes the part collectors enjoy the most: varieties and errors. Some 1992 Kennedy half-dollars were struck with subtle minting mistakes. These can include weak strikes, off-center designs, doubled lettering, or unusual surface textures. While small, these errors turn an ordinary coin into something rare and exciting. Error coins are highly collectible because no two are exactly the same, and their scarcity fuels demand. Another key reason this coin draws attention is the San Francisco issue. Unlike regular circulation coins, these were specially struck proof coins, created with polished dies and mirrored fields. Some collectors were surprised to learn that certain proof versions from this year were made with silver content, bringing both collector and metal value into play. Proof coins with deep mirror shine, perfect cameo contrast, and no flaws are especially desirable for coin lovers. The thrill of this coin is not just its face value, but the possibility hidden within condition, mint origin, and errors. Many collectors have discovered that a coin sitting quietly in a drawer can suddenly become the highlight of a collection once examined closely. Now let's talk about real money value, market price, and auction worth. A circulated 1992 Kennedy half-dollar generally sells for face value up to a few dollars depending on condition. Uncirculated examples in strong condition can sell for around $10 to $30 in the collector market. Proof versions from San Francisco commonly sell from a few dollars up to around $15. Rare error coins or exceptionally graded high-quality examples have reached auction prices of $100 or more, and in rare top-grade cases, even higher. Top 2, we explore the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar, a coin that may look common, but for collectors, it holds layers of fascination and hidden potential. The Kennedy half-dollar has always been more than just currency. Featuring the dignified portrait of President John F. Kennedy, this coin symbolizes leadership and national pride. In 1973, the United States Mint produced these half-dollars at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, mainly for circulation. While millions were struck, time has not been kind to most of them. Many were heavily used, scratched, or damaged, making high-quality survivors much harder to find today. Collectors pay close attention to condition when it comes to the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar. Coins with strong details in Kennedy's hair, a sharp strike on the eagle's feathers, and clean fields with original shine are far more desirable. Even though the coin contains no silver, its value can increase significantly based on preservation alone. Finding a true uncirculated example from this year is becoming increasingly challenging. What truly excites collectors, however, are the minting errors and varieties. Some 1973 Kennedy half-dollars were struck off-center, creating dramatic misalignments that instantly catch the eye. Others show doubled lettering, die cracks, clipped planchets, or weak strikes where certain details appear faded. These errors are accidental, rare, and highly sought after, because each error coin tells a unique story of the minting process gone wrong. Another factor that adds intrigue is that proof versions were also produced specifically for collectors. These proof coins feature mirror-like backgrounds and frosted designs, giving them a striking appearance. Proof coins in flawless condition, free from scratches or haze, are especially attractive to advanced collectors. Any proof coin with noticeable errors becomes even more valuable and desirable. For coin lovers, the 1973 Kennedy half-dollar represents opportunity. It's a reminder that rarity doesn't always come from low mintage numbers alone. Sometimes rarity is created by survival, condition, and the unexpected mistakes that escape the mint. That's why collectors carefully inspect every coin under good lighting and magnification, searching for details others might miss. Now let's talk about real market value and auction worth. A circulated 1973 Kennedy half-dollar typically sells for face value up to a couple of dollars depending on condition. Uncirculated examples can bring around $10 to $40 in the collector market. Proof versions usually sell from a few dollars up to around $20 based on quality. Error coins or exceptionally high-grade pieces have reached auction prices of $100 or more, and rare dramatic errors can sell for several $100s. Top 3, we take a closer look at the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar, a coin that proves rarity isn't always obvious at first glance. The Kennedy half-dollar has been a symbol of remembrance and pride since its introduction. The 1998 issue continues this legacy, featuring the strong and familiar portrait of President John F. Kennedy on the front and the presidential seal on the back. While this coin was struck decades after silver was removed from circulation halves, its collector appeal comes from condition, mint origin, and surprising minting anomalies. In 1998, Kennedy half-dollars were produced at multiple U.S. mint facilities. Many entered circulation, where most quickly picked up wear. As a result, finding examples with sharp details, smooth fields, and original mint luster is becoming more difficult each year. Collectors know that a 1998 Kennedy half-dollar in pristine condition stands far apart from the average worn piece. What truly fuels collector excitement are the varieties and errors connected to this year. Some 1998 halves escaped the mint with off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, and weakly struck details. Others show doubling in lettering or numbers that can only be noticed under magnification. These errors are rare by nature, and when discovered, they transform a common coin into a standout collectible. Proof versions of the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar add another layer of interest. These coins were carefully struck for collectors, featuring mirror-like backgrounds and frosted designs. Proof coins with deep cameo contrast and flawless surfaces are especially prized. If a proof coin also displays an error, its desirability can multiply instantly. For coin lovers, the appeal of the 1998 Kennedy half-dollar lies in the hunt. It's the excitement of examining each coin closely, knowing that a small detail could mean the difference between face value and collector value. This is why experienced collectors recommend checking edge quality, strike sharpness, and surface condition before making any judgment. The 1998 Kennedy half-dollar reminds us that modern coins still hold secrets. While it may not contain silver, it holds potential through rarity created by condition, errors, and demand among collectors who appreciate modern U.S. coinage. Now let's talk about real market price and auction worth. A circulated 1998 Kennedy half-dollar typically sells for face value up to a couple of dollars depending on condition. Uncirculated examples often sell in the range of $10 to $30. Proof versions usually trade for a few dollars up to around $15 based on quality. Error coins and top-grade examples have reached auction prices of $100 or more, and rare dramatic errors can sell for several $100s. Top 4, we're taking a deep and careful look at the 1971 Kennedy half-dollar, a coin every collector should understand before overlooking. The year 1971 was significant. It was the first year the Kennedy half-dollar was struck entirely without silver for circulation. That alone makes this coin historically important. The familiar portrait of President John F. Kennedy still commands attention, but beneath that design lies a story of transition, survival, and collector intrigue. Millions of these coins were produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and many entered everyday use. Because of that, most examples seen today are heavily worn. Scratches, dull surfaces, weak details, and edge damage are common. This is why collectors place strong emphasis on condition. A 1971 Kennedy half-dollar with sharp hair details, bold lettering, and original mint luster is far scarcer than the mintage numbers suggest. Collectors also pay close attention to strike quality. Some 1971 halves were weakly struck, especially on the eagle's feathers and Kennedy's hair. Strongly struck examples stand out immediately and command greater interest. Coins that survived decades without circulation are becoming increasingly difficult to locate. Now let's talk about the excitement that truly drives collectors: mint errors and varieties. Some 1971 Kennedy half dollars escaped the mint with off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks. Others show doubled lettering or numbers that appear thicker or shadowed under magnification. These errors are unintentional, rare, and highly collectible. The more dramatic and visible the error, the more desirable the coin becomes. Proof versions of the 1971 Kennedy half dollar add another layer of appeal. These coins were struck with specially prepared dies, creating mirror-like fields and frosted designs. Proof coins with deep cameo contrast and flawless surfaces are especially prized by collectors. Any proof example with an error is considered exceptionally desirable. For coin lovers, this coin represents opportunity. It proves that rarity is not always about silver content. Survival in high condition, strong strikes, and unusual mint mistakes can turn a common-looking coin into a standout piece. This is why experienced collectors inspect every 1971 Kennedy half dollar carefully, knowing one small detail can change everything. Now let's talk about real market price and auction value. A circulated 1971 Kennedy half dollar usually sells for face value up to a few dollars depending on condition. Uncirculated examples commonly sell for around $10 to $40. Proof versions typically sell from a few dollars up to around $20 based on quality. Error coins and top-grade examples have sold at auction for $100 or more, while rare dramatic errors can bring several $100s. Top 5, we take a closer look at the 2000 Kennedy half dollar, a coin that blends contemporary production with surprising collector appeal. The Kennedy half dollar has always carried emotional weight. Featuring the timeless portrait of President John F. Kennedy, the 2000 issue reflects both remembrance and progress. By this time, half dollars were no longer commonly used in daily transactions, which makes the survival story of these coins especially interesting. Many were stored, some were circulated, and others were preserved unknowingly in excellent condition. Coins from the Philadelphia and Denver mints were produced primarily for collectors and limited circulation. Because fewer people used half dollars in everyday life, many examples avoided heavy wear. However, true gem-quality coins with flawless surfaces, strong strikes, and original mint luster are still difficult to find. Collectors carefully study the hair detail above Kennedy's ear, the sharpness of the lettering, and the clarity of the eagle on the reverse. What truly elevates the 2000 Kennedy half dollar is the presence of mint errors and striking varieties. Some coins were produced with off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, and unusual surface textures. Others show doubled lettering or numbers that appear slightly shifted under magnification. These mint errors were accidental, limited in number, and highly desirable. Error coins capture the imagination of collectors because each one is unique, making them far more exciting than standard issues. Proof versions of the 2000 Kennedy half dollar add another level of appeal. These coins were struck with specially polished dies, resulting in mirror-like fields and frosted design elements. Proof coins with deep cameo contrast and no visible flaws are especially popular among advanced collectors. A proof coin with a visible mint error is considered a major find and can dramatically increase in desirability. For coin lovers, the excitement of the 2000 Kennedy half dollar lies in the possibility. It proves that even modern coins can hold hidden value. The combination of condition rarity, limited circulation use, and unexpected minting mistakes makes this coin worth close inspection. Many collectors emphasize patience and careful examination, knowing that value often hides in small details. Now let's talk about real market price and auction worth. A circulated 2000 Kennedy half dollar typically sells for face value up to a couple of dollars depending on condition. Uncirculated examples commonly sell for around $10 to $30. Proof versions usually sell from a few dollars up to around $15 based on quality. Error coins and high-grade examples have reached auction prices of $100 or more, while rare dramatic errors can sell for several $100s. Top 6 we focus is the 1981 Kennedy half-dollar, a coin that many people overlook, but experienced collectors know deserves a closer look. By 1981, the Kennedy half-dollar was no longer commonly seen in daily transactions. While still officially produced, most examples were saved rather than spent, creating an unusual balance between availability and true rarity. The familiar portrait of President John F. Kennedy remains strong and detailed, symbolizing leadership and remembrance, while the reverse proudly displays the presidential seal. Coins from this year were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, mainly for collectors and limited circulation. Because fewer people used half-dollars, many coins survived with minimal wear. However, collectors understand that survival alone does not guarantee value. Coins with sharp strikes, clean fields, and original mint luster are far scarcer than worn or mishandled examples. The hair detail above Kennedy's ear and the eagle's feathers are key areas collectors examine closely. What truly excites coin lovers about the 1981 Kennedy half-dollar is the world of mint errors and striking varieties. Some coins were produced with off-center strikes, causing the design to appear shifted and dramatic. Others show die cracks, clipped planchets, or weak strikes where certain design elements appear faded. Under magnification, a few examples reveal doubled lettering or numbers, making them especially desirable. These errors are accidental, limited in number, and highly collectible because no two error coins are exactly alike. Proof versions of the 1981 Kennedy half-dollar add even more intrigue. These coins were carefully struck with polished dies, creating mirror-like surfaces and frosted details. Proof coins with deep cameo contrast and flawless surfaces are highly sought after. Any proof example with a visible error becomes exceptionally rare and commands strong attention from advanced collectors. For coin enthusiasts, the appeal of the 1981 Kennedy half-dollar lies in its quiet complexity. It represents a time when half-dollars shifted from circulation coins to collector-focused issues. This transition created unique opportunities for rarity through condition, strike quality, and unexpected mint mistakes. That's why collectors recommend examining every coin carefully, even those that seem ordinary at first glance. Now let's talk about real market price and auction value. A circulated 1981 Kennedy half-dollar typically sells for face value up to a couple of dollars depending on condition. Uncirculated examples often sell for around $10 to $35. Proof versions usually sell from a few dollars up to around $20 based on quality. Error coins and top-grade examples have reached auction prices of $100 or more, while rare and dramatic mint errors can sell for several $100s. So the next time you come across a 1981 Kennedy half-dollar, don't ignore it. Look closely, study the details, and remember, even quiet coins from overlooked years can hold surprising rarity, history, and real value for collectors who know what to look for. Top 7, and last rare coin, we are stepping into the world of American coin collecting to explore a coin that many people overlook, yet serious collectors never ignore, the 1988 United States of America Kennedy half-dollar. This coin may look simple, but hidden within its design, condition, and minting history is a story worth listening to very carefully. By the late 1980s, half-dollars were no longer widely used in everyday spending. Because of this, many 1988 Kennedy half-dollars were saved rather than circulated. But saving a coin does not automatically make it valuable. Collectors focus on strike quality, surface condition, and originality. Coins with sharp hair detail on Kennedy's portrait, bold lettering, and clean, shiny surfaces stand far above average examples. The design itself remains powerful. The portrait of President John F. Kennedy reflects leadership and remembrance, while the reverse shows the presidential seal with an eagle that demands attention. Collectors carefully examine the feathers, shield lines, and lettering for sharpness. Weak strikes are common for this year, which makes well-struck coins much harder to find. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar is mint errors. Some coins were struck off-center, creating dramatic visual appeal. Others show die cracks running across the design, clipped planchets with missing metal, or doubling in letters and numbers visible under magnification. These errors happened by accident and escaped the mint unnoticed, making them rare and highly desirable. Error coins are especially exciting because no two are exactly the same. Proof versions add another layer of collector interest. These coins were specially made for collectors with polished dies, resulting in mirror-like backgrounds and frosted designs. Proof coins with deep cameo contrast and no marks are highly sought after. If a proof coin also contains an error, its rarity and value increase significantly. For coin lovers, the 1988 Kennedy half-dollar represents opportunity. It proves that modern coins can still be valuable when condition, rarity, and mint mistakes come together. That's why collectors inspect every coin carefully, knowing that one small detail can turn an ordinary coin into a special find. Now let's talk about real market price and auction value. A circulated 1988 Kennedy half-dollar usually sells for face value up to a couple of dollars depending on condition. Uncirculated examples commonly sell for around $10 to $30. Proof versions generally sell from a few dollars up to around $15. Error coins and top-grade pieces have sold at auction for $100 or more, while rare dramatic errors can reach several $100s. So before you ignore a 1988 Kennedy half-dollar, take a closer look. For collectors, hidden value often lies in the details most people never notice.